Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Project Highrise. So, this place looks like a mess. Oh boy. Let's see, can I get... No, I can't get another construction office. I can get more maintenance, but that doesn't really help anybody. I guess we're just gonna have to... Oh, jeez. How much trash do these people produce? This is silly. Like, I really wish I could hire janitors that would transport the trash down to my trash room. But it doesn't look like they do that. Or maybe they do. Trash amount stored. Okay. We can get 2 more of those. We're probably going to need them, because apparently this place is almost full. And that's not so great. Luckily, my trash bins aren't filling up fully, but hopefully these get finished along the way and we don't have to worry about trash too much. We're also generating buzz at a comical pace for how far we are in the game. We also don't seem to be overtaxing anything, which is kind of nice. So, let's see. I guess what I should probably do is go back to trash rooms. Like the just basic ones. We can slap these down. This reduces the workload for my workers. Realistically, we're probably going to need several trash bins. So I'm just going to do that. There we go. Now we won't have to worry about trash so much on that floor. These are getting really full for crazy reasons, and I've also got crazy money, which I'm super happy about. Okay, let's see if we can do public art. Plazas? Outdoor art. Here we go. I feel like this sort of thing needs like a special area around it. What else do we have? What are these? It's feet. That thing, or this thing. Absolutely going to be this one. This one's the coolest looking, even though it's, like, actually really easy to make visually. Okay, so let's take a look at this stuff. I'm going to just slap all these down. We got the money to waste. We might as well waste it on what we want to waste it on. Okay, so we want to leave... I guess, actually... if I do this, we just have anti-gravity building. Kind of wish it would, at the very least, leave stuff like that. There we go. Okay, so now we can have this park. So we've got... fountains. Oh, interesting. I apparently can do outdoor art before I can do an outdoor fountain type dealio. So let's put this here. Let's do outdoor art plazas. Here we go. Let's do a tree on either side. Bench. I kind of suck at these things. But that's okay. But... I wonder if people will get really angry if they have to walk the entire duration of the building there. If that's the case, we might have to reconsider and maybe put another elevator, like, here-ish. Like, exclusive elevators for people. Maybe? I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Let's see. I think that's good enough for a plaza. So I guess let's start... getting rid of these. I might have a little bit more over here, but this also lets me put in an elevator if I need to. So let's also bulldoze these things. Can I just use this? Perfect. Okay, this is going to be a mess of construction. But generally worthwhile. And apparently... oh, it's because there's a box there. Oh, because if you use the bulldoze command... oh, interesting. Didn't realize if you use the bulldoze command, that'll solve the problem. Well, somebody already came along to clean it. And now we got public art. Actually, you know what? Let's give us some more space in this plaza. We don't have that many stores to fit in here. We do, but honestly, we also don't. Okay, there we go. That gives me some extra prestige. I'm gonna put elevators at the beginning. We'll get rid of these. That way people can go up. And apparently we're starting to max out on services again. We need yet more plumbers. And yet more laundromats. And... oh, that's it, actually. That makes my life a little bit easier. Think it needs a water line to the laundromat? Haven't exactly been paying attention. But I think we're good. Okay, cool. So this will give us a whole area to work with. Jeez, these trash cans are... oh my god. Alright. I feel like trash distribution is starting to become a problem here too. Maybe the problem was like the issue is since we only had one of these large trash rooms downstairs, every day at 8 o'clock. Wait, what? Daily collection was at 8 o'clock. We just passed that and the trash cans got full. What? Oh, what do you want? Well, that's already full. What about this one? 88%. 38%. So maybe that is the issue. The maintenance workers have been coming in, but they haven't been removed properly. Okay, well that's fine. I guess I'll just put in another one of these. Yeah, so that's my issue. That's why my trash hasn't been taken out properly. Well, I'll just put down a bunch of them. It's gonna reduce my... not overhead. Exactly, but it's gonna reduce some things to some degree. Okay, so this is going to be retail. We need to run the media campaign foot traffic. Well, let's do that now. No reason why not to. We've already got a ton of stores thrown up, so might as well go with the boost. Because yeah, we actually have a surprisingly low amount of visitors comparatively. Let's see. And yeah, we're gonna have to wait for our workers to finish working. There's a lot I've tasked them to do. Luckily, we don't have any like major needs here, which is helpful. But still, maximum reuse. Interesting. It looks like we need yet another laundromat. I guess that's fine. Like, my basement is entirely made up of laundromats at this point. Also, this is a massive building. Filled with mostly trash cans. You know... I'm gonna try doing that. I bet now that I've got the trash collection thing solved, we won't have to worry about it so much. I'm curious about what happens to the trash in the trash room. A little bit concerned about how that works. Okay, speaking of, while we're at this, phone lines, we need a bigger one. I guess I'll just put a bigger one in down here. And we'll delete this one. That'll solve that problem. Okay, how are we looking on gas? Gas is getting there. Electricity is like halfway there. What about water? Because I haven't been looking at water lately. There it is. Water's getting close, actually. So why don't we... I'm gonna preempt the our issues here for a bit, and we'll make some closets ahead of time. It is going to reduce my daily income, but I got $43,000 dues, so we're pretty much golden. Okay, so we need a storage bay. Might be the only thing we need. Sadly, we're gonna have to wait a while before I can do anything specific. Oh, hey. So I can get expansive loft apartments. And duplex 2-bedroom. So I actually might have access to every single type of construction now. Which is pretty neat. Let's see. I think I'm going to work on getting large artworks or whatever. Because, yeah, we don't care too much about exclusive elevators for at least a little while. And we really just want to let our workers fill in things. I'd be spending money, but, well... I mean, I could lay out a bunch of apartments, but I think, really, we just want to let this run. Now that we've solved the trash problems, that helps a lot. I'm curious how these get emptied. A little bit worried about that. I mean, it looks like they get emptied by somebody, somewhere along the way. Just, I don't know who, and I don't know when. And I kind of wish it was not like a time-sensitive thing. But yeah, if we don't do anything, my workers are actually clearing through pretty fast. So we'll be done with the floors probably by... all of the floors by tomorrow. And then we'll actually be able to do some stuff. Now, the problem is, like, on one hand, I really should probably just cut the footage. On the other hand, I've, like, you know, cut the footage, skip ahead until my workers are done working. But on the other hand, I actually don't have that luxury of time. So I guess you guys just get to hear about my daily life. Or personal life or whatever for a while. So, I guess the easiest thing to talk about is, in 2 weeks, I am moving. And I've probably said this, like, a ton of times to, like, multiple... on multiple series, but it's still kind of like this big weighty thing in my head because I've only ever moved out once, if that makes sense. I moved out to college back in 2009, stayed there for, you know, all 4 years of college, and then a year and a half later for work because I was working at Nickelodeon, which was fun enough. And it wasn't like actually Nickelodeon, but I always say it's Nickelodeon just because. But so I had an apartment there. It was all fine and dandy, but it was also pretty close. It was very close to where Shell's family is. It was very close to, you know, my home, only 6.5 hours away. Now we're moving to, Kansas, of all places, which is, I mean, honestly, like, not a big deal to me. Like, not that big of a deal. I don't really mind where I go, and they're gonna have, Google Fiber, so I'm just kind of in this, like, yeah, things are going to be pretty sweet when I move. But so I'm kind of stuck in that. But it does mean that I have to generate 3 weeks of content in 2 weeks. Because driving there takes 21 hours from where I am. And we're going to do 6 hours the first day, like 10 hours the next day, and then 5 hours the third. Because it's 6 to Rochester from Boston. And, I don't know, it'll be... like a short layover. We're at Shell's folks' place. But the laundromat is full again. You know, you guys are just gonna have to deal with it. I really do feel like the supply and demand for some of these places are kind of insane. Like, how many laundromats do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 laundromats to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 times 7. 105. So each person is using... it's one laundromat to about 10 people. It seems kind of low, in my opinion. Oh, that's a storeroom. Okay, so we have a 5 here. Can I fit a laundromat in there? Well, hey, I can. I've been trying to figure out what to fit in these spots that I originally had surfaces in. And there's our answer. But yeah, so, the reason why I have to get 3 weeks of content in 2 is moving. I can't record. I have a desktop. I don't have a laptop. I do have a laptop, but it sucks. Which means I can't just do my daily recordings and stuff and whatever while in transit. Obviously, that's not going to work. And I'm not going to have the internet until I get there to upload stuff. So pretty much I have to generate everything before I go, which is fine, but also kind of a pain in the butt. And luckily, like, I already produced so many videos that it's pretty easy for me to tone it down. It's not like reducing my load is going to make it so I'm not generating, like, 30 videos a day. I've been doing, like, 9 or 10 every day, which is insane. And it's probably going to drop down to, like, 5. Which to most of you seems like total sanity, but from my perspective, it's like, it's such a weird backpedal to what I'm used to doing, that it's a bit odd, in a way. You know, I'm so... Great, now we need... Oh. Apparently these need trash and recycling on their floors. Okay, well that's fine. We'll just get them down. But I mean, it's going to mean like a lot of series are going to disappear, or hopefully finish, and I hopefully won't have to start anything new. I don't think August has a whole lot of games coming out comparatively. I mean, there's No Man's Sky, which I'm going to record a shit ton of next Tuesday, so a week from now. And so that's gonna last. And then Fallout, and then Scrap Mechanic, and then Starbound. Starbound, I don't know. Starbound might be a little bit harder. I guess if I reduced all the episodes' lengths to 20 minutes, that would actually solve my problem. And that actually might be something that I just think about doing overall in the future, is just kind of reducing some episode lengths down. I used to go for like closer to an hour on a lot of things, and I've definitely been going closer to the 20-30 minute mark, which I'm not. I really should like sit down and look at what do people like. My average audience retention is about 10 minutes, and so it's like I could probably knock things down to closer to. It's never going to be as short as. It's never going to be as short as 10 minutes. That's way too short for me. There's no way I could actually like get through any game that way. But definitely for some games, yeah, I'd actually make things spread out my content a little bit more and work. I don't know. I think 30 minutes is kind of the perfect let's play video length. I'm looking at... I mean, I guess I grew up with TV shows where, you know, I would watch for about half an hour, throw in commercial breaks, and there it is. And I kind of feel like I want to model mine after about the same general feeling that I had when I was a kid. It's like, yeah, load up a Wanderbot video and just watch. I have over $100,000. That's weird. But I guess I'm not spending money because I'm waiting for things to happen. Because I don't want to expand these services until I get the basement cleared out a little bit more. Because we could very well run into like a lack of services, and then people get really angry at me. I should probably add some more floors here. Really wish you could buy more workers. But oh well. But yeah, so that's kind of like my goal. And it's actually kind of nice to shoot for that. Also makes editing really easy. It's like, oh hey, how many freaking... I still need more laundromats. Oh, but the home cleaners aren't as stressed out, so I guess it's kind of random. Well, I guess we'll get another laundromat just because seems like we're gonna need it. Seeing as that is like my most overstressed service for mysterious reasons. Oh right. I really wish there was just a wire the shit out of this whole floor, and it would also like move as fast as your cursor. It's funny to watch the cursor trail behind, but still. It's also a little bit on the slow side. Because, yeah, we need to wire the entirety of these floors. I guess for the most part, people aren't doing this kind of insane nonsense that I'm setting up here. But still. Okay. But no, I don't know. It's cool. I'm excited to move. Finally. Like I said, I've only ever moved out once before, so it's gonna be this, like, grand adventure for me. And, like, I have no idea what's gonna happen. And I'm kind of excited to find out. Because... I've moved a ton when I was... I moved a ton when I was younger. Hey, more residents. I didn't even have to do anything. We just wanted people to fill out the apartments that I already had. But, like, I moved a ton when I was younger. My dad's a researcher, but for whatever reason, he just moved around a lot. He does, drug research. So, like, medicinal drugs. But I think, more recently, he's been doing stuff like, well, his field is bioinformatics, but, he's been doing a lot of, like, I mean, if you know what a Fitbit is, that's what my dad, he doesn't research those, but he's, like, developing that kind of thing for, he's developing that kind of thing. Oh, I guess he's working on Ancestry. But for a while, he was working on like, tracking vitals on soldiers and stuff. And, you know, finding, predicting when they get sick and stuff like that. Really cool stuff. And I feel a little bit guilty for not knowing, like, full well what he does. But also a lot of it is kind of... It's like the weird kind of top secret where the government doesn't want to talk about it, but it's like totally not national secrets. It's just like, government doesn't want to talk about this stuff. So you can only talk about so much. But yeah, for whatever reason, when I was younger, we'd move around about every 4 or 5 years. And so I was born in Minnesota, moved to New Mexico, California, North Carolina, Massachusetts, and then for college I went to New York. And, it was interesting, just moving all over the place all the time, and, you know, getting to see the world from the perspective of, like, different states and stuff. I definitely miss some of them more than others. New Mexico was really pretty, but there was really nothing there. California was cool, but very expensive, and I probably won't move back to California for a good long time. Let's see. Some of these lines are, like, blue for whatever reason, which is super confusing. Well, not blue, but, like, a light blue as opposed to a full blue. Kinda wish I knew why. Oh, well. There really needs to be a button that covers an entire floor. Or a way to increase the cursor size for this sort of thing. That'd be really appreciated. Doesn't look like that's a thing, though. It might be. I truly have no idea. Maybe some other Let's Players found that. But I'm probably not going to run across it. At least once I hook all these things up, we won't have to think about them again for a while. We'll just have to build, like, a ton more laundromats for reasons. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm always excited to go to new places because, almost invariably they'll have, cool new, honestly, food. Call it a bit tacky, but I love food tourism. Tacky... I don't know what it is. I just love going to new places and being like, what kind of crazy good restaurants are here? I spent a 3-month stint in Croatia and tried practically every cool-sounding restaurant I could in the entire city. And I do not regret that for a minute. I don't know if I need to actually fill out all of these. But it seems like a good idea to do so, regardless. Somebody here is unhappy. Why are you unhappy? Unit is getting worn down. Guess the automated renovations weren't working or something. Okay, and looks like we're gonna have to expand the amount of laundromats we have. Oops. Always mix this one up. Laundromat and housekeeping surfaces, yeah. That's fine. They might need a phone line. I have got a tickle in the back of my throat and it's bad. Well, you know what, actually, this is probably a good stopping point, come to think of it. We're kicking ass in all of the places that matter. What are you unhappy about? Unit is getting worn down. Okay, animated renovation people. Do your work. I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'll cover that. I think we're good. I think they've got everything satisfaction. Didn't I already select this one? Oh yeah, it's already scheduled. Oh, it's fine. People are content. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode of Project Highrise. I know we didn't do much apart from listen to me talk for like 15 minutes and wire the entire building together. But still. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. And as always, thanks for watching.